Hello class, I'm Teacher Rhea and we're going to discuss measures of central tendency for group data. Today, you are expected to determine measures of central tendency when the data is grouped using frequency distribution table and find the mean, median, and mode of group data. Now let us begin with the pretest. Direction. Use the frequency distribution table below to answer the following questions. Number 1. What is the mean of the given distribution? Answer B. 30.5. Number 2. What is the class interval containing the median? The correct answer C. 31 to 35. Number 3. What is the median of the distribution? Answer A. 32.04. Number 4. What is the class interval containing the mode? The correct answer C. 31 to 35. Number 5. What is the mode of the distribution? The correct answer D. 33.42. Now let us have a recap on our previous lesson. Direction. Find the mean, median, and mode of each set of data. And here are the answers. On the previous module, we learned how to find the mean, median, and mode of ungrouped data. Can you still find the mean, median, and mode if the data is large or if the data is presented in a frequency distribution table? Let us consider this example. The data shows the ages of first 55 confirmed COVID-19 cases tested in the Philippines. Find the mean, median, and mode of the distribution. So we have here columns of the ages of COVID-19 patient and its equivalent frequency. So to find the mean of the group data, we're going to use this formula. Mean is equal to the summation of f of x over n, where x bar is the mean, summation of f of x is the sum of the products of the frequency and its corresponding class mark, and n is the total frequency. Class mark x is the mid value of the class interval. It can be solved by adding the lower class limit and upper class limit and divided by 2. Using the frequency distribution of the ages of the first 55 confirmed COVID-19 patient in the Philippines, we're going to complete the given table. Ages of COVID-19 patient, next column, frequency, third column, class mark, and fourth column, f of x. So the class mark column are as follows. And to find f of x, we're just going to multiply frequency and class mark. Here is the solution. To solve for the mean is equal to the summation f of x divided by n. The summation of f of x is 2,937.5 divided by n, which is 55. We will have mean equals 53.41. The mean of the given distribution is 53.41. Now, to solve for the median of group data, we're going to use this formula. Median is equal to lower boundary of the median class plus the quantity of n over 2 minus less than cumulative frequency below the median class divided by the frequency of the median class times I, where x is the median, LB sub n is the lower boundary of the median class, Less than CFP is the cumulative frequency immediately below or lower than the median class. F sub m is the frequency of the median class, and I is the class size or the interval. Using the table on the given data, we're going to add two more columns. One column for the lower boundary and another column for the less than cumulative frequency. To get the lower boundary, subtract the lower limit of each class size, 2.05. And to get the less than cumulative frequency, we will start with the bottom frequency since the given data is in decreasing order. So first, write 5. Adding the upper frequency, which is 8, we will have 13. 13 plus 9, 22. 22 plus 12, 34. 34 plus 11, 45. 45 plus 7, 52. And 52 plus 3 is 55. To find the median class of the given distribution table, we're going to divide n by 2. So that is 55 divided by 2 is 27.5. Among the cumulative frequencies, we're going to find a number that is closest to n over 2 but not lower than n over 2. In this case, n over 2 is 27.5 and the closest number to it but not lower to it is 34. Now here is the solution. Lower boundary is equal to 49.5. Less than cumulative frequency below the median class is 22. Frequency of the median class is 12. Class size is 10. Using the formula for the median of group data, we will have 49.5 plus the quantity of 27.5 minus 22 divided by 12 times 10. 49.5 plus 0.4583 times 10 will give you 4.583. Adding that to 49.5, we will have 54.083 or the median is 54.08. Another measure of central tendency is mode. So to find the mode of group data, we're going to use this formula. Lower boundary of the modal class plus the quantity d sub 1 divided by d sub 1 plus d sub 2 times I. Wherein LB sub MO means the lower boundary of the modal class. D sub 1 is the difference between the frequencies of the modal class and the next lower class. D sub 2 is the difference between the frequencies of the modal class and the next upper class. And I is the class size. To find the mode of the given group data, we're going to use the column for the lower boundary. Again, to find the lower boundary, we're just going to subtract 0.05 to the lower limits of each class size. So here are the lower boundaries again. Now we're going to determine the modal class. How are we going to do that? To find the modal class, we're going to look on the column of frequency. The frequency with the greatest number will be the modal class. So in this case, the class interval 50 to 59 is the modal class because it has the number or the greatest number of frequencies. So here is the solution in finding the mode of the given group data. Lower boundary is equal to 49.5. D sub 1 is equal to 12 minus 9 equals 3. D sub 2 is equal to 12 minus 11 equals 1. I equals 10. Substituting them to the formula of the mode of group data, we will have 49.5 plus 3 over 3 plus 1 times 10. And that is equal to 49.5 plus 0.75 times 10, which is 49.5 plus 7.5 is tantamount to 57. Therefore, the mode is 57. Now it's your turn. Based on what you have learned on our today's lesson, you may now answer the activities. You may pause anytime. Activity 1. Solve for the mean, median, and mode. Activity 2. Complete the table, then solve for the mean, median, and mode of the distribution. To check if your answers are correct, you may refer to the answer keys provided at the end of this video. Now, let us have a wrap-up of what we have learned on today's lesson. Let us answer the following questions. How do you solve for the central tendency of group data? For today's valuing, you may write it on your notebook. Measure of central tendency describes a set of data by identifying the central position of a given set of data. During the time of pandemic, what do you put as the center of your life? Before we end today's lesson, let us answer first the post-test. Good luck, everyone! Here are the key to correction for your references.